Good morning, y'all. Don't worry, it's non-copyrighted, so no one's gonna get upset. Partying. I'm in a good mood. I am highly energized. You know, it's nice to get days like this, especially with the daylight saving time. It is kicking our rear. Tuesday after the time change. Yesterday was way easier than today, but man, the whole team, we were all talking this morning like it's a struggle. But I got my Chick-fil-A, I've got my drinks, I've got you, the sun is up. It's a good start to the day. Hey guys, I am Trooper Steve, your traffic safety expert here at WKMG News 6 here in Orlando. And I'm back in Melbourne, baby, because you guys want me to be here. So last time we were along Wickham Road, and I thought, okay, we had some bad speeders. But then some viewers, some residents reached out, and they're like, Steve, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to come out here to US 1. Now, I was never a Brevard County trooper. I never came out to this side. It is a special place, I'll say that. Never had any real interest in being assigned out here in Brevard County. But I know a lot of guys and ladies that did patrol out here, and it's high-speed crashes most of the time. You're not dealing with a lot of minor stuff because, FHP tends to only focus on the major highways out here because of all the municipalities. But today, I'm at US 1. I'm just south of Pineda Causeway, north of Post Road. So where I am exactly is right here. So we're along US 1 and Pineda to Silver Oak, and the speed limit is 45 miles per hour posted. I've checked it twice, and that is the current speed limit that we have, that we're monitoring in the southbound direction. I could already tell you right now, I would have read it. I've been here for about 40 minutes. Me personally, about 4 people would have gotten a ticket, guaranteed, no questions. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Older gentleman on a motorcycle with a side cart with his wife in it. That was cute. I wish I could have showed you that. But show you a side view of where we're monitoring currently. Those are going to be the southbound lanes here of US 1. I'm at the intersection of Silver Oak Boulevard, and we're going to be monitoring the southbound lanes of traffic out here. And speed limit's 45 miles an hour. You guys already know what we do. We are a speed observation machine. Basically, we just instead of what I like to say in my previous life, we educate through enforcement. Here we can't necessarily do that. So we educate through constructive criticism. Wink. You guys know me, and I'm probably as normal, I think, as it gets when it comes to just a normal guy out here. If something looks bad, we're just going to call it bad. There is no reason to be like, oh, well, people just need to slow down. No, you need to slow down out here or people die. It is that simple. The good thing is a new study came out of some crazy stuff here in the state of Florida, in the country, about crashes, and high-speed crashes in Florida did not rank within that. So that was really nice. But I wanted to come out here. I emailed the viewer. I was hoping that she would reach back out to me this morning. I emailed her about 4:30 this morning, and no response. But it's okay, because we're here. And I can already tell you, I've got our nifty sports Bushnell speed gun. And it works the exact same as a police radar gun. However, it is not admissible in court. We cannot use this to write tickets. We are simply using it as an observation tool. I have, just like I say every time, placed this radar next to a law enforcement radar just for general reference, and it is spot on. So it allows me to give me some confidence that, hey, we're out here giving you the right information. So let me break down something real quick. In a speed limit of 45 miles an hour, there's a reason for it. The speed limits are set by traffic engineering based off of roadway conditions and surrounding population and infrastructure. That is how speeds are determined. And studies then get put together, and then boom, you have a speed limit. So as you're traveling here southbound along US 1, you'll be doing, once you hit Pineda, you'll be doing 45 miles an hour for quite some time. And then to my right over here, you can't really see it, the sign changes to 50. Let's talk about that real quick. When does a speed change? When does that traffic sign technically take effect? And it is based upon once you cross that sign. It's not when you see that sign, it's when you cross that sign. A lot of people will say, well, I know the speed limit up there is 60, right, but you're in a freaking 45 mile per hour zone. What are you thinking? And that's how that works. So pretend it's a start or finish line, an imaginary line that once you pass the 50, then you can begin to increase yourself to that 50 zone. But it's completely different on the opposite side. Slowing down. You're in a 60 mile an hour zone. You see the 45 mile an hour zone up ahead. You better start slowing. Because the second you hit that sign, that speed limit is effective. There is no grace period for you to slow down. On the flip, there is a space for the speed up. But to me, that makes sense. Some clown would be like, oh, well, they should give us time. And no, it's all about the safety and what makes sense. You want a driver to begin to slow down before they hit the zone. You don't want a driver to speed up before they hit the zone. Am I making sense here? I know I am. So let's watch some of this. We'll turn on our little mobile camera here so we could observe exactly what's going on. So you guys can just take a quick little look of my point of view out here. So wash the camera off a little bit. I love this stuff. How cool is that we're streaming off of things like this? So we've got our trooper view cam. We'll call it the trooper cam. I like that. So you see everything I see, all our views here. You can kind of see off to the side over there where the sign right over there turns to 50. But currently we are monitoring this traffic. I'm going to roll the window down just a little bit so you can get a nice clear picture. If it gets too windy, my producer will tell me and the radar works through it. And we'll do some observation here. There we go. So remember, we're in a 45 mile an hour, 57, 49, 56, 58. School bus, 55 miles an hour in a 45 zone. 10 over the speed limit. Hello, FedEx. So some people say, well, is there a grace period? Does law enforcement have a grace period? No, they have discretion. And within a job that is such a high responsibility level, law enforcement is given that human element of doing their job. It's not like if you're at a retail shop, come on, you can give me a discount if you want to. No. With a law enforcement officer, we are granted a large amount of discretion, especially in the traffic world. So if I'm out here conducting speed and we are looking at this flow of traffic, and then suddenly I'm like, okay, everyone's doing 45 to 50 mile an hour. I'm not just going to settle for someone doing 48, 49. Why? Because no one is out here being egregious. But when you have drivers like this guy in the pickup truck that's coming by and he's doing 60 miles an hour, that's a problem. I have an issue when people are doing anything more than 15 plus, because at that point there is no excuse. You know you are exceeding the speed limit. See, 61 right there, lead car, and the Lincoln was taken further off. So not too bad here, this group, but still, I don't think we understand that once you start in the upper 10 plus, Tesla, let's see, Tesla, 55 on, and then sees me and slows. And then you've got to think of the larger vehicles that are out here. This pickup truck doing the speed limit, And then you got Speedy Gonzalez coming by because they slowed down because results 1 looks like the police. It's kind of funny. I think I'm the only one that doesn't mind when someone thinks you're the cops, because I think it's funny. If I could get you to slow down based off of the appearance of results 1, we've done our job. So here's another vehicle coming. Speed, check, 52 miles an hour, 7 over, not bad. But we've already seen a 17 at 62, so that was kind of quick. Government truck, City of Melbourne, 7 over. Vehicle, center lane, the Nissan, slowing down. Lincoln sedan, 55, 56. Charger, green, 61 and gaining and then slowed down. If you're going to drive a car like that, you would think you'd at least do the speed limit. You know what I think we should invest here at News 6? I think it'd be a great idea. An in-car police radar system to where we can link it to results 1 and then digitally show you the speeds of other vehicles on camera, on the screen. I know my producer Donovan's going, oh, this is a good idea. But I like this idea because it could show exactly what's going on. So speed again, and then it changes out to 50. So this is what I'd like to do now. We got to watch a few. No, we got another group coming at us quick, so we're going to do that again. '58, center car. And there is a visual observation that comes into this as well. You also need to understand, because I can't just sit here and hold the radar up. I have to, by law, be like, okay, that's the fast car. Hey, at least the residents are happy that I'm out here. She waved hi, so I don't know if she appreciates it or just wants to say hi to Trooper Steve. But either way, I appreciate her. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go cruise, enter the 50 zone, show you guys what's happening out there, and then maybe post up at another spot. How about that? So let's pull out. We're in a really, really unique spot here. But I want to wait till it's completely safe. Let me shut off all the mobile equipment so we don't burn the batteries. All right, let's get back out there. All right, so now we're southbound on US 1, 50 mile an hour zone, and we are entering it right now, just south there of where we were, and we're going to travel southbound here. I'm going to intentionally do exactly the speed limit because I want to prove something here. One, people aren't as aware as they should be, and on the second, I don't think they care that much. I have not, since being out here for about an hour, I have not seen a law enforcement officer north or southbound along US 1, whether it be state, county, or municipality. At this hour, okay, but at 50 miles an hour out here with the complaints that we're having, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. If you're going to go fishing, put them all in a bucket, and ta-da, you got them right there. So we're at southbound along US 1 here in South Brevard County, almost the Melbourne area. Last time we were here, we were off of Wickham, but the viewer reached out and said, Steve, reroute yourself, take yourself out to US 1 and watch these drivers. Look at this. The Mercedes flying right by. I love that we have cameras all over the truck because you can just see everything. And then you can speed all day, and look, we're going to end up at the same light. Clown. There's people out walking their dogs. Oh, look at this cutie. Look at this cutie. Hi, Bubs. How you doing, cutie? Oh, such a good boy. A little fun law enforcement fact for you. If someone does not change their voice when they're talking to a dog or an animal, they probably can't be trusted. Just giving you a little tidbit for you. If they just talk to a dog like it's a normal just thing, you gotta watch out for those folks. So, obviously I'm joking. So we're traveling southbound, and look, we were in a 50 and boom, we're back in a 45. So you must be observant. The second I begin to slow my speed, I guarantee people are gonna get ticked off. So we're cruising at 45 mile an hour right now. Cruise control set. We're southbound here at US 1 crossing Derby Lane. But that doesn't stop anybody. Like this, look, no turning signal, tailgating. Oh, let me add, no seatbelt either. So we could drive and talk, y'all, all day, y'all. So let's check out behind us. So good space in traffic. No one's following me too closely. But I tell you, that Altima's got a problem. In and out, following too closely. And it's like, why does it always have to be the Nissan Altima? All the time. But there's the puppy again. So, the Altima, why am I hitting on it? High rate of speed, roughly 10 over the posted speed limit, change lanes without signaling, not wearing a seatbelt, and then back over at the last minute over the white solid. Remember what we talked about last week. What does the white solid indicate? It means that you should not be changing lanes unless a hazard presents itself. I see no hazards out here, guys, other than just the normal traffic. So therefore, 100 feet before an intersection, you should not be in and out of traffic. And this guy up ahead is all over the place. Where's a trooper when you need one that's not in some commercial truck, right? All right, so we are headed towards Post Road, and then we're going to get turned here around so that we can head northbound and check how things are looking. But people don't like my speed out here. There's some kind of law enforcement response up ahead. We're going to see what's going on. I'm not sure if they're responding to something or if the lights are flashing, but I see them. I don't want to get in anyone's way. I must have just missed them, but we're going to try track them down. Not sure where they took off to. There we go. Off to the right, Melbourne Police Department on a traffic stop there. First one we've seen, so that's nice. Make sure you're moving over for those law enforcement vehicles, but it is great to see Melbourne Police Department out here conducting enforcement. So we're at US 1. Man, that makes me happy. Make sure you're moving over for those vehicles. You're slowing down. It's crystal clear. The day is beautiful outside. There's no reason, you should not be moving over for these vehicles. So we're here at Madison Street, and we're going to get turned back around. This is a tricky intersection. I haven't seen this. So no functioning light at the moment. We're on a hazard kind of light. It's flashing yellow north and southbound with a red directional left turn. Gives me an opportunity to make my own after a complete stop, but definitely not good. That's too large of an intersection to be doing that on your own. So you can see Melbourne Police back out there still on that stop. Doesn't look like this driver's too happy. But when you're driving a 350Z, I can probably tell you why you got pulled over. This is why you guys watch this. So don't be like, Steve, you're being kind of sarcastically mean. No, it is the truth, y'all. Every car has a speedometer. Every car has an accelerator and a brake. I've driven some really fast cars. I've driven some really slow cars. On the flip, I've driven some really slow cars really fast. And I've driven some fast cars really slow. Because I have the control of that. So something to keep in mind. So we're back northbound here on US 1. We just went through Lake Washington Road, and we're in a 45 mile an hour zone. So I am going to find another spot to sit, and we are going to pull off here to this side street. Why am I pulling off here? Because it's shade. And troopers, we have two rules. We don't get wet, and we don't sweat that much. We try not to, at least. Primarily because of the tan uniform. If you're ever on a crash scene and there's a trooper there, take a look at his or her knees, and you'll see where the sweat is just dripping off. It's part of the reason why FHP and their motorcycle unit went to black pants. The more you know, right? All right, so we're back out here. I'm Harbor City Boulevard outside Harbor City Baptist Church. I'm going to pull off to the side as much as I can. This is a mean spot. When I say mean, meaning I would come here as a trooper just to sit. Why? Because look at this. Look at this angle here. Wait for it. They don't know nothing until you come around the corner. And this is not illegal. Some people would be like, oh, well, if a cop's doing that, they're hiding. I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting right here at a stop sign, doing my job, observing traffic. So if traffic was to be moving quickly, look at this. So 45 zone, we're at 52 in the Genesis. I guarantee that 350 was doing a lot more to get pulled over by that Melbourne officer. All right, pack of traffic coming around the bend in 3, 2. Lead car doing 48. I'm good with that. 3 to 4 is understandable over the speed limit. When you start breaking that 7 to 10, you know what you're doing. So I'm always big on that. You know exactly what you're doing at those speeds. So as you're watching here, I'm going to call out the speeds of what I am observing. So there's a Honda there. Right there. Wow, it just went by. That the resident even used one of my terms that I appreciated. The term sharking. It's when you're in and out of traffic, you're looking for that prey, except if you're a normal citizen just trying to get to where you're going to, you shouldn't be looking for anybody. It's uncalled for. You're swimming in and out of other cars. I get it, we're close to the coast, but look, we already have a shark problem. We don't need them out here on the roadway. You failed to signal. You're following too closely. All what? To get 3 or 4 car lengths ahead and get at the same light so we can stare at you and put you on Trooper Steve on patrol? It doesn't make sense. So far, some of the speeds that we have observed out here average 10 to 15 mile an hour over the speed limit. But I can tell you, with that Melbourne police officer down there, visually, that alone slows down traffic. You may wonder, why do cops sometimes just sit there? Well, because, they're not out there to give you completely a hard time. Now, if you're doing the wrong thing, you deserve their attention. But the car alone can cause a slowdown. Heck, Results 1 does it, and we don't even have red and blue lights on this thing. So let's go back out. And we're back northbound. If you're joining us this morning, I'm Trooper Steve with WKMG News 6, and we're back out here in Melbourne patrolling a speed observation along US 1 between Post and Panita Causeway. Speed limit fluctuates, with the center portion being 50 miles an hour and the outer portions of that being a posted 45 mile per hour zone. Now, speeds are always determined by a traffic study based off of population, infrastructure, roadway conditions, and things like that. And that's how your speeds are determined in an area. So if you're not happy with them, well, they're usually not going to change very much. Let's move into the center travel lane here so we can mix in with traffic a little bit, since that guy's on his phone and just sitting in the middle of the travel lane. Gotta love it. Oh my gosh. Melbourne, what are you guys doing? So 5, I want a camper like that so bad. Northbound, center travel lane. I'm doing 44, 45 mile an hour right now, and we're just cruising. So everyone around me doing a pretty good job. No aggressive driving at the moment. You've got to have some type of closed head injury if you're going to come up on a news truck with cameras and act crazy, but hey, we've seen it. So, beautiful roadway conditions. The skies are absolutely crystal clear. So, what time is it? All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap this one up. Do we have a speeding problem along US 1? It's here. Is it egregious? I can probably say if I sat here long enough in the right positions, we'd find a 70 to 80 mile an hour. I can promise you that. What needs to happen out here? Consistent enforcement is my only form of education when it comes to getting drivers to understand. And this is a stream, and this is a personal moment between you guys and me. I'm not into the shake hands, kiss baby mode of getting drivers to slow down, because simply we don't listen. If we're out there just promoting, hey guys, save a life, slow down, people do not listen to that. For 7 years now, I've been on air with you guys trying to get some form of cooperation, and the only thing I've learned is that when a traffic unit aggressively hits an area consistently, that's when you pay attention. We can hand out all the flyers. I can get blue in the face. But unless you're emotionally or financially impacted by what you're doing, we don't pay attention, and that sucks. But out here along US 1, between Bonita and Post Road, 45 to 50 mile an hour. What did we observe today? We got a few, definitely in excess of 60 miles an hour. But the average speed was about 55 to 60. Not horrible, but then again, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm interested to see what the highest speed they've had out here. A buddy of mine that I was in the military with now works for West Melbourne. Crazy, small world, small department. And I don't have any contacts with the Melbourne Police Department, but we can always reach out. Heck, we're Trooper Steve on patrol, right? If it wasn't for you guys, they wouldn't respond. So we'll reach out and see what things are like out here. But for today, I'm going to call it a B-. Wasn't horrible, wasn't great, needs some improvement. Love you guys. Thank you for streaming in on this. Real quick before I sign off, if you're carrying stuff around on your truck, make sure it's secure. I had just 2 cans fall out of the back of that pickup truck over there. Drive safely. Have an amazing day. Wear your seatbelt, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.